Joke's on you, I suck at this game. What? What's that? What the fuck was that?
Today we're talking about the 1979 sci-fi horror juggernaut directed by Ridley Scott, Alien. See that? Last night was Emperor Tintin.
Today's tape requires no introduction. It's Alien, the cinematic juggernaut that's given us an entire series of movies and tie-ins, video games, comic books, and loads of beautiful toys. If you're into that kind of thing. Oh, we are. Since 1979, this movie has recreated the way that we look at horror and sci-fi, and basically created a little subgenre of its own of sci-fi horror, with no movie that's ever come after it coming even close to the success as this one. Alien brings a killer cast to the table, including Sigourney Weaver, Tom Skerritt, John Hurt, Ian Holm, aka Bilbo Baggins, and directed by the king, Ridley Scott, who's brought us Gladiator, Hannibal, and one of my personal favorites, Blade Runner. If you haven't heard of or seen Alien yet, you've been living under a rock and, well, shame on you. But somehow, someway, you heard about it from us, and that's just us doing God's work, if you believe in that kind of thing. But this monumental favor, I believe, is worth a like and subscribe. We could do it again. Mulder, run Operation 937. No, not that one. What is it? 938. Yeah, that's much better. Roll the film. Traveling home from their previous mission, the crew of the commercial spaceship Nostromo are awoken from their cryo slumber. After getting their legs back, they receive a distress signal from a distant moon. And under Weyland's rule, they're obligated to investigate it, and they land on the moon with a little bit of a rough landing. So they send a small crew out to check it out, and what they find is far beyond what they could have possibly imagined. It seems like they stumbled upon some sort of ancient alien hive colony, and upon further investigation, one of the crew finds themselves with a brand new friend, attached to his freaking face. Against the Queen's wishes, they break protocol and let him back on the ship to try and save him. The crew's science officer determines that the alien creature is actually living off of him and separation would mean death. Who listens to those science nerds anyway? In the attempt to free the crewman, the creature escapes and is later thought to be dead. Well, not quite the case. The horror of Alien starts here in this explosive scene that is just the start of the life cycle of one of the greatest horror monsters of all time. The creature dubbed the Xenomorph is the shit nightmares are made of, and it will use every nook and cranny of the ship to not feed, but downright butcher every last crew member one by one. How will they take care of this alien menace and make it back home safely? The answer? Ripley. It doesn't get more iconic than 1979's Alien. Alien is gonna go down as one of the greatest horror movies of all time. Why? Because it's horror done right. It's eerie, it's atmospheric, the story is complex and thoughtful towards a launching point of a much deeper lore that's still expanding to this day. For example, the Wicked Mouse Overlord has finally acquired the rights to Alien. So now we're getting a Hulu spin-off series, and Marvel, who's also owned by Disney, has finally released their first publication of the Alien franchise ever earlier this year. And it all starts out with the humble tale of a woman and her cat saving the world from the alien menace known as the Xenomorph, or XX121 if you want to be a nerd about it, which I do. Speaking of the Xenomorph, this is one of the most iconic horror monsters of all time, right next to the Universal Monsters lineup, in my opinion. This creature was inspired by the work of Necronom 4 by artist H.R. Geiger, who shares a striking resemblance to the Grand Duke Owl from the 1991 film Rock-a-Doodle. And it was helped brought to life by the amazing artist who would later bring us such great creatures as Pumpkinhead and the Fishman from Monster Squad. Alien's a no-brainer, and we actually gotta finish up this episode and get it uploaded before Nick finds out we did this episode. So it's a perfect fit for us here at the Tape Tomb. Here's some interesting facts about Alien. The really cool blue lasers in the room with all of the eggs were actually borrowed from The Who, who were testing them out next door for an upcoming concert they were doing. To get Jonesy the cat to react to the descending alien, they actually had a German Shepherd behind a window pane, and they opened it up to get a quick reaction out of the cat so it would hiss at the monster. The gross oozing saliva that we see dripping from the alien's fangs almost in every scene is actually KY jelly. That's all we got for you folks. Thank you all so much for joining us for another episode of The Tape Tomb. I've been your blue beanied host with the most, Larry Downs, and if you liked this episode, make sure you click that like and subscribe button, or leave us a comment talking about what you think about Alien or other movies we should talk about in future episodes. Or make sure you tune into our live stream on Twitch multiple times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 7 to 10 under the same title as here on YouTube, Nightmare Fuel Streaming. Don't forget to check out our sister series Airlock Shock starring Nick Haskin, which airs every other Wednesday here at Nightmare Fuel on YouTube. Nick talks about some of his favorite sci-fi movies the same way we talk about horror here at The Tape Tomb. Make sure you check us out on Instagram as well. I'm constantly uploading pictures on there now about behind the scenes stuff, teasers for upcoming episodes, or just dumb goofy pictures that I think that you will enjoy. This is Larry Downs signing out from another episode of The Tape Tomb. Stay spooky, my friends, and we'll see you in the sequel.